After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Screen play, Anderson. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
On second down, here's Simeon. Throwing right side, that's complete. Demaryius Thomas.
Well, the bad news, the Denver Broncos didn't make the playoffs, but the good news for Demaryius Thomas, he was over 1,000 yards again as a receiver.
6 straight year he's done that, but yards per catch and touchdowns down a little bit. Any of that due to the change at quarterback?
Think about it. For him now, in the last 2 seasons, he's had to get used to 4 different quarterbacks throwing him the football. I think that yards per catch will go back up when he gets some consistency.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now a carry, it's C.J. Anderson. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Eight yards to go here on second down. Again, Anderson. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Now 3rd down, less than a yard. Simeon wants to throw on 3rd and 1. And incomplete here on 3rd down. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Running for it. Here's Anderson. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
Oh, man. 4th down and 1, and you're on your own side of midfield. That takes a little bit of courage to pull off. But they went ahead and snapped it, and it'll work out for them as they get the 1st down.
Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On 1st and 10, Simeon. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
All right, here we go. Good.
To throw on 2nd is Simeon. And his throw here is incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and 5.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Left side here to Sanders. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. NFL teams last year a little under 50% on 4th down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4. They snap it to Simeon, and it is incomplete. Well, we've got a few seconds here. The playoffs in the NFL, chance to discuss those. Divisional round, a lot of excitement, more so than the wild card round.
Without a doubt, because think about the wild card round. All the home teams held. The games weren't that compelling, nor were they that close. Divisional round, though, we had people losing at home. Dallas lost at home. Kansas City lost at home. And the games all exciting, seemingly coming down to the last series in each and every one of them.
And kickers playing a huge role in the Kansas City-Pittsburgh game. And Mason Crosby, of course, one of the heroes in that Green Bay victory. 10 yards on the pickup there. And that leads to a Green Bay first. On first down, Rodgers. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. A good convergence there defensively. Only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game. Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
On 4th down, the Packers hand things over to Jake Shum to punt it. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front, because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Here's Simeon now at 2nd down. Over the middle this time to Fowler. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Nothing flashy there. The slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play, and you know it's going to be a bang-bang.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Caught by Nelson left side. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. The left side throw complete to Adams. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Broncos going dime. 2 extra defensive backs for 3rd down.
Playing pass all the way.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. And now they're in the hurry-up.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the 1st down. And those 1st downs do add up. The offense keeps the ball moving downfield and keeps their defense on the bench, giving them a chance to rest.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. And now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
And some room to work. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. And a new set of downs here after picking up the 1st on the ground.
All right, here we go.
They run it again with Anderson. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the 1st half of play. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Packers pick it up. And he will bring this one back. A touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
319! 319!
Rodgers will throw for it, and he's got it. So they try for two, successful, and that bumps their lead up even further. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know. I
would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. In the backfield is Anderson. Back to throw, Simeon. On the right side, caught by Green. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
On first down, it's Simeon. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Well, Charles, divisional round of the playoffs didn't disappoint. In particular, the ending of that Packers game and Cowboys, that was spectacular, was it not?
It was. It was like two heavyweights trading blows down the stretch, and neither one of them giving any type of an inch. But I think a lot of people wanted to discuss how Dallas got the tying field goal, because remember, they spiked the ball on first down, ran 2 more plays, and then kicked the tying field goal and left 35 seconds on the clock. So I've heard a lot of people upset about that. Here's where I stand very quickly. 35 seconds is not a lot of time. Kick the tying field goal, take the points, and hope that your defense can hold up. Aaron Rodgers just made some great plays.
But he made the play. What a job to extend that, throw it to Cook, and what a catch by Cook.
An incredible catch, stayed in bounds, and how about the call by the official, Rob Vernacci, on the scene, right on the spot, and made a decisive call that was correct. Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. Indeed going for it. Simeon. And this is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. The safety T.J. Ward in on the stop.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Now it's Rodgers, and it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
The good signal calls would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there. They pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with a back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different...
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Jordy Nelson, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. So bad mistake there by the kickers. The ball goes out of bounds. Thomas, the lone receiver, left. Simeon on 1st down. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. While we have a breather here, you and I were talking off air about the blue-chip quarterbacks remaining in the NFL playoffs. You got Brady, Roethlisberger, Rodgers, Matt Ryan, the only one of those without a ring.
How about that? And that's a heck of a collection. And the one without a ring, likely to be the 2016 MVP of the NFL. So blue chip indeed.
And Brady, 4 rings, Roethlisberger 2, Rodgers 1. We'll see. Can Ryan get that first? And a pretty simple completion there underneath, but a successful one for the offense.
Partner, doesn't have to be the big shots downfield all the time. Having that safety net underneath is a great thing for a quarterback.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. 2nd down now after the incompletion. On 2nd and 10, Simeon. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. And a nice little pass and catch there on the corner route.
Set up very well by the receiver with a head and shoulder fake inside before he comes back downhill to his quarterback.
1st down. Here's the run with Anderson. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
10 yards still left on 2nd down. To throw on 2nd is Simeon. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Rodgers now on first down. And Nelson's got it here right side. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to be taken down deep into Bronco territory.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
This will be caught at about the 3. It's a gain of 20 that time. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat.
And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Rodgers taking it in. And the Packers are pouring it on. And maybe the defense caught a little by surprise there that he took off and got in?
Yeah, I would think so, because if you're analyzing it from that side of the ball, you're thinking running back, fullback. It takes you a while before you get to the quarterback.
So he missed his first 2, but this time it's good, and that'll extend the lead. Crosby on now to kick it away. And the kicker commits the kicker's cardinal sin. He kicks it out of bounds. On first down, it's Simeon. To the sideline, and a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
If you're running out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.